Chris, what is our fourth main topic today?
This one is from Jaxon. Hey, John. I just read a report that says Avatar: The Way of Water will pass the $1.48 billion mark of Top Gun Maverick by the end of Monday night. You and Rob told us never doubt James Cameron. Hey, I did too. And it looks like you were right. How big of a deal is this, and can it actually hit the $2 billion mark? I mean, only 5 films in history have ever done it. Can it get there?
All right, Jackson, thanks a lot for saying that in. And where are all those people who've been saying for the last 2 years, no one's going to see the new Avatar?
It's got no pop culture footprint.
No pop culture footprint. Although, granted, there is some truth to that, right? Like, I've always said, you look at Halloween. If you want to know what's making a real pop culture footprint, see what happens on Halloween. Because, like, there were people dressed up as Na'vi for the first year, Halloween or two after the movie came out, but I don't see it anymore.
It's a big commitment to go blue.
It is. But you see a lot of Nurse Jokers.
Thinking of Arrested Development now.
Yeah.
Gloomy.
You see a lot of those things. But again, the general principle, never doubt James Cameron. This movie went up in box office from week 2 to week 3. A couple of films did that this week, again, the holiday weekend, but still, the box office did not drop from week 2 to week 3. It went up for this. And now, if we can bring up my screen on this right now, as of this moment, now this is as of the end of yesterday, but right now, Avatar: The Way of Water is sitting at basically $1.4 billion, $1.397 billion already after just his third weekend. Top Gun Maverick, what did we say the number was there for Top Gun Maverick? 1.48? 1.48. Top Gun Maverick is 1.48. The article that I read, the report that I read, is by the end of today. Today is when it officially happens. Avatar: The Way of Water will pass Top Gun Maverick to be the #1 box office film of 2022. So there's 2 thoughts that come to my mind. One is unbelievable. I mean, again, a lot of people have said, do not doubt James Cameron. And I said, no one's going to see Avatar 2. Nobody cares about Avatar 2. All that kind of stuff. Well, here we are. It's going to be the #1 film of the year. A lot of people said it'll never catch Top Gun Maverick. After the surprise success of Top Gun Maverick, it'll never catch Top Gun Maverick. Never doubt James Cameron. And here we are after just 3 weekends. And guess what? It's got a lot more to go. The second thing that stands out to me is this. I have said forever that this movie will cross the $1 billion mark, probably be around 1.5, 1.6 billion. I said I don't see it hit $2 billion. Guess what? I mean, it still has $600 million to go.
Look at that international number.
It still has $600 million to go. That, by the way, for those keeping count, that's 2 Black Adams. It still has like 2 Black Adams to go to hit $2 billion. But I'll tell you what, like, as somebody who said, yeah, it's going to be a big hit, it's going to hit 1.5, 1.6, but I don't see it hitting 2. I'm nervous because at this rate, and who knows if it'll keep up the pace, like we don't know. Again, it still does have a long way to go. But I'll tell you what, even somebody who doubted the $2 billion mark, like the person who wrote in pointed out, only 5 films in history have crossed the $2 billion mark. I'll tell you what, I would not put money against it hitting that $2 billion mark. And guess what? This movie deserves it. This was a fabulous movie. I think this movie improved in every aspect over the original. I think it was a better story. I think it was better character development. I was taken more in by the lore. The visuals were even better. It was a more exciting film. This film took all the success, the things that they did right with the first Avatar, which I didn't think was the greatest film of all time, but I thought it was a very good movie. And they've improved it in every aspect. And so I still wouldn't put money on it crossing 2 billion, but I would no longer put money against it crossing 2 billion. But again, Avatar, it happens officially today, a little bit later in the day, but it's officially now going to be the #1 film of 2022. Now, I can already hear a lot of people saying, and let's back this up a bit, but John, it's 2023 now. It doesn't count. Yes, it does. When we look at Aquaman, the Aquaman movie, and where it ranks in that year's box office, even though it came out in December, by coming out in December, Aquaman came out that year. What year was that? 2017, 2018? I can't remember exactly. Taylor, look
I
up
think
that back.
2018.
2018, sure.
Christmas of
Yeah, 2018.
So you take whenever the official release date is, the movie counts as that year. Okay, so Aquaman's total box office and where it ranks for that year is its total box office, even the box office made after the new year. So that's how it counts. It counts as that. So yeah, Avatar, The Way of Water, #1 film of the year. I think that's going to shock some people. For some other people, it's going to be they saw it coming the whole time. And well, then again, I can't think of a more deserving film to hit that mark. That's incredible. That's amazing. And maybe that $2 billion might be in reach at this point. Anyway, Chris, you see these numbers, that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
A lot of money. What's your takeaway from this?
It makes sense to me. This is the movie that I bet on at CinemaCon, back in
Yep.
April.
Yes, it was.
When people were playing this game, hey, Tiffany, what's up? Of which is going to be the box office dominator. I said Avatar too. And here we are. I think people were just assuming that interest would be lost in this. And it tells a great story. It's visually stunning. I'm with you, Jonathan. Some of the motion smoothing in this did not work for me. But I thought overall this was a really wonderful film. And I think, too, it's had great legs. People have waited to see kind of how other people have responded to it. It's been doing really well at the box office. I'm not surprised one bit by this news.
Rob, you see this? I mean, look, even if it were to end today, gets pulled from theaters today, Avatar: The Way of Water makes $1.4 billion. That's impressive enough. After its third weekend, by the way, according to Box Office Mojo, it is the fourth highest third weekend in history that this movie made in its third weekend. I can't remember exactly how much money it made this past weekend, but it was in the 60-something millions. Fourth highest third weekend in history. #1, what's your reaction to this? And where do you put its odds of hitting that $2 billion mark that even as somebody who thought this movie was going to be a hit, I doubted? What do you think?
As we've been talking on this channel for 4 years now, I never bet against James Cameron. But I think what people forget about this movie when they discuss it is while it might not live in your imagination the way Star Wars does as a franchise, what the Avatar films have delivered is, as you say, John, movies are experiential events.
Yeah.
No one delivers an experiential event in the theater more than James Cameron.
Yeah, he's the king of it.
Whether he's going to sink a boat or whether he's going to take you to Pandora or whether he's going to give you a metallic Terminator that's indestructible, whatever he gets you in the theater, even The Abyss, he provides a theatrical experience that is second to none. You really feel like, talk about getting your money's worth. You really do. You go through something with him when you see a James Cameron film. And it's unlike any other movie. And I think what people are responding to, especially even coming out of the pandemic, everyone's looking for that. They want to see that. And he delivers that bigger and better than anybody. So I think not only is it going to make $2 billion, if you look at that international number, it's almost past $1 billion internationally alone.
Yeah.
And it's going to keep going because people are going to the movies to experience. And you know what? The undercurrent of family in this movie. I mean, before it was Jake Sully and Neytiri and the people, the Almighty Kai. But this is, it's a family. It's a father, a mother, an adoptive child, and the rest of their children. And it appeals on a level. I mean, that was the funny thing that surprised me about this movie. It was how family oriented it was. And I think that also cannot be underestimated in terms of why this movie works for people.
Guys, the question is for you. It looks like later today, at least that's what they're projecting so far right now, that later today, Avatar: The Way of Water will cross Top Gun Maverick, which an astounding achievement for Paramount with Top Gun Maverick, is going to pass it to become the #1 box office film of 2022 after less than 3 full weeks, which is pretty damn impressive. What do you think about that? Are you surprised by that? Do you think it's got the legs now? It still has 600 million more to go, but I mean, can it get to that $2 billion mark? I mean, I'm having to relook at my position on that because I've said for a long time, I think it would be a hit, but I didn't think it could get to $2 billion. Look at it now. How do you like me now? Says James Cameron. What do you guys think about this? Whatever your thoughts are, jump on down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. Guys, we want to thank a sponsor of this video, Mint Mobile. This holiday season, the best deal in wireless can only be found at Mint Mobile. Right now, when you switch to Mint Mobile and buy any 3-month plan, you get another 3 months
for free. Mint Mobile lets you order and activate from home with eSIM while saving tons on phone plans starting at just $15 a month. You guys know I've been using Mint Mobile long before this holiday deal, and I have to say it is the perfect time to switch. I have absolutely loved using Mint Mobile, and like I've told you guys many times, I am now spending less than 1/3 of what I used to spend under one of the other major mobile carriers. And now with the whole buy 3 months, get 3 months free deal, it's even better. All of their plans come with unlimited talk and text, plus high-speed data delivered on the nation's largest 5G network. Use your own phone with any Mint Mobile plan and switch easily and effortlessly with eSIM. Or if you need a new device, for a limited time, get 6 months of free service when you buy a select device and plan. So guys, for a limited time, buy any 3-month Mint Mobile plan and get 3 more months for free by going to mintmobile.com/Campea. That's mintmobile.com/Campea. Cut your wireless bill to $15 a month at mintmobile.com/Campea.